Once again, namaste everyone. This is me, Shreeram, your English tutor. And this is the class that especially enhances English language teaching, targeting the TSC examination. Namaste. All right. Before we begin the slideshow, until your participants come into this platform, we can talk about different things that we have read. The very beginning, we started from reading skill. Then after we went to the writing skill. Then we went to the vocabulary and grammar. And right now we are going to start literature today, from today. So we took 3 days in grammar. And be sure that you do not have any problems with teaching grammar. Okay, because you were guided and taught very intensively all the parts, all the items. Even the final hands-out was provided so that you understand at least how you need to answer the particular questions. Yes. So yeah, so we are 27 already, 28. So I'm welcoming you all, and let me begin with the slides. So yes, you can look at the folder TSC preparation. You see, these are the things that I have taught. I'm making the notes along with you, and today is the day for literature. And from very beginning, I was targeting you to develop your ability and capacity regarding for TS examinations. My intention was to develop, but you wanted me to go specifically from the syllabus it contains, and that's what I'm following. I'm taking your advice and I'm following it. Okay, and you can look at I have brought the curriculum. Then you'll make the question mark. Sir, where is teaching literature taught at what unit? Then you can look at the lower secondary level curriculum, teaching literature at unit 10. In unit 10, teaching literature, and where there are teaching short stories, essays, poetry, drama. All four genres, you see, poetry, essays, short stories, and drama. Yes. I allow you, some of you. Today I will allow some others we have not talked over here. Okay. Babita Yogi ji. Babita ji, can you reply me by unmuting? Goma Satkota ji. Dipsana Giri ji. Babita ji, I mute you. Okay, Dipsana ji, can you reply me? Yes, thank you very much. Thank you. Then just give me responses. Then I must be sure that you are responding me, and I'm my voice is audible to you all. Just check that. All right. Let me go to the secondary level curriculum. Look at that. What is the difference between what is the difference between yes unit 1 and unit 2? You can look at that. Lower secondary and secondary. Teaching literature at the lower secondary level and teaching literature at the secondary level. Teaching poetry, teaching short story, teaching essay, teaching drama. And you can see teaching short stories and essay at the same unit and almost same. Nothing is different between lower secondary and secondary. Yes or not? Is there any difference? Do you find any difference?
No, sir, no.
Yes, very good. Thank you very much. This is the curriculum of lower secondary and secondary. I have, but unit is different. Unit 10, it is taken from unit 10, and this is unit 13 in
Okay.
secondary level.
Yes,
And okay, so before beginning literature, just I want your responses from the chat box. What literature is? Okay, please write one sentence at least so that I can understand your understanding over literature. So please activate yourself, engage yourself, energize yourself. This is very cold morning, and cold is increasing, you know very well. And this is how you can make yourself warm. Okay. Art of creation, this energy. Shows the aesthetic value in different. Yes, you are absolutely correct. Shows the aesthetic value in different genres. Mirror of society. Only one responding. Please, I want you to respond. This is a study about different genres. Salina Vista, very good. Some others. Literature is the way of expression our thought. Wow, nice idea. Sangeeta ji, good. Okay, literature is the mirror of society. It is the artistic use of language. Artistic use of language. Absolutely right. Authentic language. Shiva sir, nice idea. Okay. I remember, dear sir and madam, we I'm very sure out of 50 to 50 enough participants over here, and almost 98% or even 100% know about literature, know about these literary genres as well. What is my job is just to make you understand and revise the ideas of literature that will build your even more confidence. And my job is to develop your confidence only. And today I will tell you some slides. Tomorrow I will go with the finishing slides and objective questions. Because remember one thing, this is a literature item. I think it comes if you look at the syllabus or specification grid, you know, you understand what it means. And I think the question will come, only the objective question will come from this chapter, literature, not subjective questions. So we'll finish very soon because we don't need hands out in this chapter, I think. Yeah, you can look, you make yourself sure that you see it once again, whether subjective question comes or not. If subjective the question doesn't come from this chapter, then we don't go from the hands out. Okay. We will only go through the objective questions. Rather, we can make 15 questions or more than 10, but that is our idea because we have many units to read. Okay. So Okay, sir. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Your appreciation is very important. You know, I don't think that teacher should be superhero and like that. Okay, your level and my level is almost same, and though it's just because of my experience, my qualification, and my all these things, age and all these things, I'm senior than you, but everything is same because your idea is appreciable, and we should have a practice of appreciating. हामीले एउटा अभ्यास गर्नुपर्छ एप्रिसिएट गर्ने अभ्यास that is the quality of good teacher. Okay, whenever the student make a mistakes, then we have to appreciate. Okay, this is okay, you have to try it again. This is the way of teaching. Okay, and we need to appreciate rather than making critical comments of over anyone else. Okay, we are trying our best, I have already told you, because we in 3 days you evaluated yourself that how I went with grammar. In 3 days, I did I miss anything? Then I don't think I missed anything. I gave you everything that you are supposed to learn from grammar. Okay, let me go to the next slide. So let me go from slideshow mode. This is the lower secondary and secondary, almost same. You can see. Okay, and you can see literature is an imitation of a sequence of events of human life. Imitation of sequence of events of human life. This is what Aristotle said, and rather we have to bring it because this is very good. Sometimes the question might come from the methodology aspect of teaching. How do you teach poetry or something like that? It might come, though this is not brought exactly from the unit, but might come. We are not sure because who knows about who makes the questions. एक्जाममा आयो भनेपछि सर सिलेबसबाट आएन भनेर त्यहाँ आन्दोलन गर्ने कुरो भएन हैन. Question might come. Yes. Literature. What is literature? Literature is an art of expressing feelings, thoughts, and emotion in the form of words. Yes. Literature is the body of written works of a language, period, or culture. Imaginative, creative writing, especially of recognized artistic value, is called literature. These are the different definitions of literature. That's what I have mentioned at the beginning. That's what I always mention at the beginning. We have to start through the what we call quotation is better. Starting with quotations is better. Okay. First slide once again. Literature is an imitation of sequence of events, what Aristotle has said. All right. And syllabus. You want the syllabus level? Okay, no problem. Secondary and lower secondary same, so you can do a screenshot of anything. We are supposed to learn about the literature, poetry, short story, essays, and dramas. We have to, if we are reading poetry, then we have to understand different forms of activities, or let's say techniques of teaching poetry. We have to understand the types of teaching poetry. What are different types of poetry? We have to understand that because the question might come from the objective items, and you have to develop that ideas. Okay, let it be. Yes. Now I want you to read, one of you. Who is there? Unmuted. Please read voluntarily. Lit-
Literature can be taken as the mirror of society through which people express their feelings, emotions, views, thoughts, opinions, experience, etc. Literature means the use of special forms of writing language that includes poems, plays, stories, essay, etc. It is an artistic work of language by a writer which provides pleasures to the readers.
Yes.
One is teaching literature is a systematic process of giving knowledge about the authentic reading
Mhm.
materials of the authors. It is an of it is an of it
Yes.
is an of presenting the artistic work of the writers in order to develop the language learning.
Yeah. There in after in art is missing. It is an art of presenting. You please put
So
it
I
by
am
yourself.
confusing here, sir. Is
Yeah.
the
It is
sentence
an
is
art
correct
of
or not?
yes, art of presenting the artistic work of the writer in order to develop the language learning. Okay. So what is teaching literature? Teaching literature is a systematic process of educating, giving the knowledge about the literary genres, giving the knowledge about the artistic values, aesthetic values, giving the knowledge about the all those things. Okay, so this is called literature. So literature is literature itself is if you take literature separately, then this is just an art. But if you take literature with teaching literature, why do we teach literature? In order to build the language competence with the help of the authentic materials, because literature provides us authentic materials. We are getting the different books of the different writers, and that becomes the material tool for reading, resource for reading language. So literature is a resource for language development. Remember that. Okay. So develop the concept like that. And that the ideas of literature, since we are reading literature, this subjective idea will develop your ability in the next unit also. So subjective त आउँदैन कि रे भनेर फेरि subjective कुरा छोड्नु होला. Just you have to understand the subjective idea as well. This is very important. So we have to understand that. So let me go to the next thing. Yes. So what is literature? Literature is artistic work. Am I right? Literature is artistic work. What are the qualities of literature? And I will ask you a question. What is which is not the quality of the literature? I might ask you in the objective questions. Then you have to understand the basic qualities of literature. Am I right? So what are the
Yes,
basic qualities? What literature should have? Why is literature different from other ordinary language? It is literature is different from ordinary language, since literature does have aesthetic value. Literature has a deviated form of language, deviated form, a little bange form, deviated means अलिकति घुमाउरो फाल्को form. So that has a two type of understanding: surface level understanding and deep level understanding. Okay, so artistry. Next, universality, creative imagination, suggestiveness, moral consciousness, permanence, originality. Okay, these are the different qualities of literature, and you understand the meaning of artistry. So it is artistic work because putting the words in a artistic way. You see how the song composer, you can take the example of song composer. How do the song composer compose the songs? You see what are lyrics, what are rhymes they put. Yes, so they are really great. Song composer is always great. In the same way, this this is just like that. Poetry, because there comes the rhymes, and the writer, or let's say the poets are conscious about the rhymes and many more. You see, ghazal car, and you understand the ghazal car. He or she is very much conscious about the the qualities of ghazal, the lines, rhyming patterns, and reading way also different. The way we read other songs and the way we read ghazal is different. So that is a thing. That is a very peculiar capacity that we require to read even one particular part of creation. Okay. So artistry, I think no problem. Universality, Soren madam. Universal भनेको के विश्वव्यापकता हैन. So universality means literature. The idea that literature is not limited or confined is not confined. CONFINED, confined, not congested, not limited within certain area. You see, English literature, the item that English authors wrote, and that is spread all over the world. So the idea is shared to all over the world. We are taking the ideas of modernism, postmodernism. Why are we taking the ideas of Jacques Derrida, who is the initiator of postmodernism, post what we call deconstructionism? You are the student of English and literature also. So I'm talking about the modernism, postmodernism, colonialism, deconstructionism. सरले त के पढाउनु भन्नु होला फेरि Marxism, Marxism, and these ideas, these literary genres.
Top chapter, sir.
Yes. So any problem with universality? Universality? No problem.
No, sir. No.
Oh yeah, creative imagination. I don't think I have to discuss about that because it is the creative imagination. So you see, there are lots of in the romantic age, like William Wordsworth, S.T. Coleridge. You see, S.T. Coleridge one poem, Kubla Khan. What a great imagination! Even the palace is imagined. If you are thinking about the heaven, we have never seen the heaven. We have never seen, and we think that then we need to imagine what heaven is. Heaven is the mixture of all the perfect things. Perhaps all the best things are put there in the heaven, because so that heaven is heaven. Heaven is the place where we get the most pleasure. Heaven is the place where we get the most satisfaction. So it's all about the imagination, creative imagination, and suggestiveness. You see, the literary items does have the suggestive values. It has it suggests our real life situations. We get lot of moral lessons, like moral consciousness is there, and suggestiveness also. It has some suggestions. So suggestions qualities that literature has, that is called suggestiveness, moral consciousness. And about moral consciousness. So in the literature, there is always conflict between good and evil, satya and asatya, and which wins at the last. What is it? Good is it? Evil is it?
Good.
Yes, you are right. Good always wins, let's say, over evil. That is moral consciousness, permanence, and sorry, madam. One very important question for writing. What is the difference between written text and spoken text? What are the difference? And permanence is the one different. The spoken text is not permanent so far, but written text is permanent. And literature, you see, we are reading the literature of English from old English age. You see, Anglo-Saxon period, Beowulf, Middle English literature, Elizabethan age, yes. Then after Romantic age,
Victorian
yes.
age.
Then Victorian age, modern age, and postmodern age, and we are reading all these ages. Okay. After the after Elizabethan age, the classical age starts. After classical, only romantic. Okay. And classical age is also further divided into different, uh, for example, Milton's age, right? Dryden's age. That's what uh, we divide even the classical age into pre-romantic age, to different parts. And this is what we have discussed about literature. And so literature is very important for permanence. And the ideas that we are getting from Beowulf, World English literature, Beowulf, the idea of the text of Beowulf, written by unknown writer, anonymous writer, is still available. You know, the Germany, the German legendary hero, right? Beowulf, what happened to him? We still see that is called permanence. Means, so that shall I compare to the summer's day by this is one sonnet by Shakespeare, and he says that, okay, uh, dear dear dark girl, Miss Shakespeare's love is dark girl, the one lady, dark lady, and dear dark lady, even the Mr. Death cannot claim and can be boastful by taking you, because as long as the people are here in the world, सेक्सुअलले भनेका छन् कि जबसम्म मान्छेहरू रहन्छन् धरतीमा, जबसम्म तिनीहरूले पढ्न सक्छन्, तबसम्म मेरो कविता बाँचिरहनेछ, तबसम्म मेरो कवितामा तिमी बाँचिरहनेछौ. So he's telling the words of permanence. You see, Shakespeare. And still we are reading that poem, and that poem is available in even bachelor level, even in degree level. Shall I compare to the summer's day? के तिमीलाई म ग्रीष्म दिनसँग तुलना गरौँ? You know, this is the one, a Shakespearean sonnet. Okay. Originality, and where it's like a creativity. No, originality means it's very original. Okay, and it is what we call Nepali in a maulikta. Maulikta is available in the literature. Any problem with the qualities? Any questions you can make? I'm seeing the chat box. Yes, fourth year. It adds to the fourth year people. Oh, त्यस्तै हुनु पर्यो. तपाईहरु यो तपाईको मल्टिपल प्रपोज हुन्छ है. तपाईहरुलाई फेरि यो तपाईलाई बिहानै उठ्नु भएको छ, तपाई एकदम यु मस्ट बी बेनिफिटेड. Lots of things are there. आएको मात्रै हैन, यो तपाईले त कसैले के भन्छ, म त कसरी हुन्छ लाइसेन्स बाहेक अरु केही जिन्दगीमा केही पास गर्नु छैन. त्यस्तै भन्नुहुन्छ. तपाई लाइसेन्स पास गर्नुपर्छ, तपाईको कलेजको युनिभर्सिटी डिग्री पनि पास गर्नुपर्छ, तपाईको उतापट्टि आयोग पनि पास गर्नुपर्छ हैन, सबै पास गर्नुपर्छ. इभन यसको आइडियाले लोकसेवा आयोग पनि पास गर्नुपर्छ. थोरै आइडिया, किनभने त्यसले इन्करेज त गर्छ नि त, मोटिभेट, म आयोग दिनुपर्छ, म पढ्नुपर्छ भन्ने इन्करेज गर्छ. सो इट्स नट इजी, you know. And since 99% of the world, of the people, you see, more than 99.99, I think, they are sleeping and we are waking. 99 point out of 3 crores, 99.99 people are taking rest and we are waking. It means we must get benefits. Okay. So what are the qualities? मैले यो तपाईलाई मैले object question बनाउँछु, फेरि बिर्सिनु होला. Which is not the good quality, or यसैको एउटा answers. For example, I might get the idea is not limited to, idea is spread all over the world. This quality is defined by which quality? Artistry, universality, creative imagination, suggestiveness. यसरी दिन सक्छु मैले है. तपाईहरु you must be ready for that. यसको मिनिङ पनि जान्नुपर्छ. The question is, why did teach literature? Now, who read last time? कसले पढ्नु भएको थियो? त्यो उहाँले नपढ्नुस्, अर्को एकजनाले पढ्नुस् त, मैले जसलाई अनम्युट गरेको छु. Can you read? Yes. One can read. unmute one more. Miranji, I have unmuted you. You can unmute your mic and you can read. Yes. Go on, please. We have raised the okay. Kaviraj sir, would you like to read? Okay.
Okay, thank you, sir.
All right.
Why to teach literature? The question is here. To arouse interest of the learning literature in students. Point two, to let them know with a different form of the language. To develop the analytical, creative, and critical minds. To provide pleasure and fun. To teach language skill through the different genders. To provide the authentic materials. To help to indicate to the whole person, to develop philosophical thinking in life.
Okay. Yes, Kaviraj sir, we miss till now we have read 5 chapters up to this literature 5 chapter, I think, reading, writing, vocabulary, grammar, and literature. 5 chapters we have read up to literature. Then everywhere this is the question: why reading? Why to read? And in writing, why to write? Why to teach writing skill? Okay. In grammar, why to teach grammar? In vocabulary, why to teach vocabulary? See, the why question makes us understand. We can give the reason. So we have to collect the reason. Sir, what is the reason of reading literature? It's to jau arka old English Shakespearean old English. It's very difficult. But yet we have to read because this will somehow provide us to get the authentic materials. Authentic materials. To provide authentic material to develop the philosophical critical thinking. Critical, yes. To develop analytical, creative, and critical minds. And interest because we are highly motivated with the authentic materials that we are provided. So materials that literary items always motivates us. Business Singh Rai, our guru, my guru, our English teacher, and let's say he's a Nepali poet, and he has written Corona Says in class